fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya, and well, quite a bit of things have happened for him. Midoriya has been helping the Inhumans and the X-Men for 2 weeks, trying to solve the Terrigen problem. And they have been working non-stop. They're trying to find a solution to this problem, solve the Terrigen mist, and also let the Inhumans still make more of themselves. Now, it has been challenging, but they believe that they've made a machine that can help them. And you do also then have Iron Man, who came knocking on their door asking about suspicious murders and death that particularly have happened to supervillains and people who are anti-mutant. Now, Midoriya wanted to investigate this, since it seemed like Tony Stark was pointing fingers at either him or his son Max. Upon further inspection, Midoriya ran into a future version of himself, which did give a warning about every single timeline he's tried to save, and how he has failed many times, either barely escaping alive or being able to escape with the Time Stone. Now, this version of Midoriya, he is running out of time. He has to save everyone he can, and he only has 1 week before he's the one traveling back. Now, with that being said, we do then have where Midoriya, he tried to tell his plan to the X-Men, where he was going to do this. However, he was telepathically attacked along with every telepath in the X-Mansion, as Hope Summers has also made her return. Now, with that being said, we do then have Midoriya, who he does wake up on the couch about an hour later, and he does go to try and sit up. As he does so, you do actually have Laura and Mina, who do ask him if he's alright. Shit. That hit harder than the liquor. I don't doubt it. Whatever that was strong enough to take you down, along with Jean and Emma. What about Max and Yui? They're down too. Is it every one of us? Yes. Specifically the telepaths. Of course. Whatever this was, it was an attack. I don't know who did it. I don't know either. But did this happen in any other vision? No, this is new. Now, Midoriya will go to stand up on his feet. As Midoriya, he does then encounter Hope Summers, who she does come walking out and asking him if he's alright. Who are you? Izuku, that's Hope. Summers? You're finally back. Hi. It's nice to meet you. I will admit, this isn't how I thought our interaction would go. I've heard a lot about you from Cable, and, well, a lot of other people from my future. Yeah, he told me some of the things I've done there. Well, it's nice to meet you. I should ask, is everything alright? No. We've been waiting for you for a while. And right now, we're currently trying to solve this problem here. However, it's gotten an extra layer of complicated. Really? What's happening? Well, along with a Terrigen storm, we have to take down a lot of supervillains. And some of the Purifiers, or should I say a lot of different other organizations who do hate us. So, we have to get started immediately. Really? You think this will work? Yes. I'm gonna go reveal to the world you exist. They've already become suspicious with a second mutant's birth. So, after I reveal you're the first one, then things might get a bit more complicated. The world, they're going to want to try and take us down or possibly even react differently. So, you are aware of what I'm going to do next, don't you? No. I'm going to ask you to come with us. Now, Midoriya would take flight, as he is going to face through the wall. Now, Hope actually would go to mimic Midoriya's powers, and everyone does find this to be quite peculiar. Midoriya actually looking at that and asking exactly what was that? Oh, I copied your abilities. That's not possible. Really? It's not? Yeah, my powers can't be duplicated. That's weird. Maybe you copied my son's. Your son? But I didn't see any kid in there. He's also from the future. Oh. Oh, no, that's bad, isn't it? Yeah. Within the last month, you make the third one. And that's not too good. Clearly something's happening with the multiverse. Or the timelines. It all can't be good. Now, Midoriya, he would wait. As Black Bolt, he does get up onto his feet. And he would go to actually join Midoriya outside. As him and Black Bolt do take flight and leave, along with Hope Summers. As we do have Midoriya, who he would reveal to the world what is happening. Earlier today, something attacked both mutant and inhuman species. And because of this, they are wary of humanity. However, they also do believe they should tell humanity about this young mutant right here. Now, people are confused as they do look at this girl. And she just walk up. She looks like a redhead, and she does look like she is in her early 20s. Or at least her late teens. And people do ask her a few questions. To which she would just talk about how her name is Hope Summers. And roughly about 1 year ago, she was born. She is the first mutant born after M-Day. And people of the world, or at least people of her hometown, were all murdered and executed by purifiers. And a man by the name of Cable took her to a different timeline to save her life. Since if she were to have been raised here, then there could have been a whole lot of other issues and problems that would arise. Now, people are clearly calling this out, as Midoriya would just go to bring his hand up, and he does throw the memories into everyone's mind about what he has seen. Certain people screaming and certain people just completely losing it. Losing either their lunch or temporarily losing their mind. It sends them into a state of pure panic. And Midoriya would then talk about how humanity did this to themselves because they were afraid of the mutants. However, they've also received another message from the future along with this young girl. They are going to have people interfere with their work against the Terrigen Cloud. Midoriya also then revealing that if the Terrigen Cloud does disperse, it will destroy all of the humans on the planet, and that the next couple days are going to be the more intense ones of this past year, or of human existence. Because it either does mean that humans are going to be going extinct, and mutants as well, or it does mean that they're going to have to take drastic action and cause to prevent all of this. Now, as Midoriya is saying this, a bunch of mutant teams are all being sent out and taking down various supervillains. Now, as that is all said and done, you then have Midoriya, who does then reveal that Tony Stark is watching this, and he is aware. As Tony does go to look up at the screen. Iron Man, listen to what my words are next. Midoriya would say, as he does go to reach into his pocket and he does pull out 4 of the Infinity Stones. Tony actually watching on in complete surprise. I have 4 of these. You have 1. And currently, the 6th is heading to Earth right now. Now, my words are easy and able to be understood. Give me that gem and help me get the 6th, and we can save the planet. This isn't an ask. This is a request. Now, Midoriya he would also then bring up his other hand and talk about how he does also have a contingency plan, just in case. As his hand he does hold up a small little cube. A lot of people on Earth are confused by what that little box is. However, Tony, he does just bring his hand up. And he realizes exactly how far Midoriya will go. As he does try to piece it together. That boy's had that in his possession for so long, hasn't he? Now, Midoriya would just say that 1 year ago, he stole this along with the soul gem from the Red Skull. He's tried many times to bring back his own species. However, every time it has failed. And the way they're currently rebuilding is not fast. Humans are scared of us already. And with everything going on, it's going to be a catastrophe. Now, Midoriya would talk about how him and his people, once they do settle the Terrigen Cloud, they might leave the planet. And then the humans don't have to deal with them anymore. Now, Midoriya, he would actually go to bring up his hand and touch the cosmic cube, as he does form it into a fist. Him, Hope Summers, and Black Bolt all disappearing. Now, Tony would ask Jarvis to find out where he's headed. As Midoriya, he does pop into Jenosha, or the ruined island, as he does just stand there. And he does go to put the cosmic cube into his pocket, as he also does do the same thing with the Infinity Gems. Now, Black Bolt actually would ask Midoriya through telepathy if he really believed it was a good idea to show his cards. Possibly. Besides, Tony knows exactly how threatening both these objects are. He'll either comply or try to fight me. Either way, I'm worried about the space stone. I've apparently never heard of this one. Hopefully it can be easy. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very difficult. Now, Midoriya would then just tell everyone to hold on, as he is going to bring up his hands and rip Jenosha free from the ground. Now, Midoriya does begin to lift Jenosha up into the air, and he does then actually go to bring up his hands and wave them around, as he does maintain focus. As a giant dome does form onto the space or the form around the island. My bad. Now, the world they are made aware of this, as people are talking about how the mutants literally just pulled their former nation off of the ocean. Now, Iron Man, he's trying to get the Avengers together and get them to rally behind him. However, they simply aren't enough. Midoriya, in one single day, took out a lot of their own heavy hitters. And there's only one man who does remain who can stand up against Midoriya. However, he's been down, or at least out of the loop, for a small bit of time. As we do cut to Robert Reynolds, who he's sitting in his apartment and watching the news. As he does go to bring up his hand and change the channel, before he does go to look back down at the table in front of him. And he does go to reach down for something, since he's getting the shakes. Now, with that being said, we do then have Midoriya, who, after discussing it with Forge, he was able to quickly draw the designs of a machine. And Midoriya, he created this machine on the asteroid M. Now, Midoriya, he quickly did begin to start getting things together. He won't abandon humanity. However, at the same time, he is going to make sure his species does remain safe. Now, at the same time he is doing this, you do actually also have the Avengers, where Iron Man, he's getting everyone he can together. They are all going to have to face off against mutants. And it does seem to be very tricky with the way it's going to happen. They know that they have no chance against Midoriya. However, Iron Man having the Power Stone, that's good for them. And you do also have another threat coming to Earth with the Mind Stone. What exactly does this mean? Who has this stone? It's all very bad. And the heroes of Earth are getting ready for war. As Iron Man, he does walk forwards in his armor, and it does shine with a glow, as he does tell everyone that they need to get all hands on deck and ready for battle. As we'll cut back over to Midoriya, after he's left the asteroid, as he does currently stand in front of a door knocking on it, before he gets no response. As he does then go to knock on it again, no response, before he does go to phase straight through the door. Now, Midoriya would walk in and ask Robert if he's home, to which Midoriya would find him on the couch whenever he does walk around. Now, Midoriya does look at Robert, as Robert would go to turn his head to look at him. It's just like I thought. Now, Midoriya would see the man known as the Sentry, Midoriya's quote-unquote better half. Somehow him and the Sentry are one being. And right now, one of those beings is getting ready to wage war with humanity and the Earth's heroes to save everyone. As the other supreme being, quote-unquote, is currently high on the couch and is seemingly barely alive. Reynolds, I came here today to try and talk with you. In fact, I thought I'd have to kill you. Now, Robert would actually go to lean forwards, telling Midoriya that he's already dying. I see that. You know, I thought this would be harder. But apparently you're doing my job for me. Whatever. I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's all gonna end anyways, isn't it? No. Listen to me, Reynolds. There is still a way for everyone to live. In fact, I'm going to create a new world. Once I have all the gems, I'm going to rewrite reality. Make it a world where we can all have a happy ending. Is that right? Yes, it is. Now listen to me. I can take away your power. Now, Reynolds would go to look up at Midoriya. As Midoriya, he does continue talking. Midoriya is saying that once he has all the gems together, he's going to take away his power as the Sentry. And then, Reynolds can live a quiet, peaceful life. He'll give him a redo. A redo? Yes. All I ask you to do is not get in my way. Now, Midoriya would go to hold out his hand. As Robert does look up at Midoriya. The look in his eyes is cold and serious, meaning he can't be lying. Now, Robert does go to get onto his feet. He does struggle, but he does stand up and go to shake Midoriya's hand. As he does tell Midoriya that he's ready. Alright, now. Robert, his hand does just begin to glow. As Midoriya, he does look down. Now, Robert, his body, it burst out into a yellow light. And Midoriya, he's still standing there. As Robert has accepted this fate. Robert's come to terms with Midoriya being a part of him. And with the idea of never having the power like this again. And you do have Midoriya, who he accepted this fact long ago. As Robert goes to turn into the Sentry. Now, Robert, as he does do so, he and Midoriya do merge into one. As Midoriya, he does just sit there on the floor for 1 second, confused as to what the hell just happened. As he does look down at his hands before running over to a mirror, and finding that he's still Izuku. What? What the hell was that? Midoriya would say. As he does try to check his mind, asking if Robert can hear him, to which he gets no response. Now, Midoriya, he doesn't have time to question that, as he does go to quickly leave. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.